Joining us now to talk about this, Dawud Walid, the Executive Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations, Michigan Chapter. Thanks for stopping by and talking with us today. First of all, clear up confusion. Some people are going to say, wait a second, ISIS and the Muslims, why should you fear reprisals from them?
Well, when we look at globally, the overwhelming majority of casualties by ISIS, and particularly in Iraq and Syria, have been Muslims. Any Muslim who does not agree with the ISIS ideology is declared a heathen and have been killed. There have been several Islamic scholars and Muslim leaders who've actually been decapitated by ISIS. And in particular, ISIS has a special loathing for Shia Muslims, and the majority of the Muslim population in Dearborn happens to be Shia Muslims.
So how seriously are you taking this threat, and what type of security did we see taking place today?
Well, we have two concerns regarding this threat, and of course it's unsubstantiated. So number one, we encouraged the mosques not only to check their ongoing security strategies and their program, but also to make sure they have armed guards at the mosque. And I know that there are some mosques that already are coordinating with this. But the other concern that we have is backlash. We know that just a couple of days ago in Troy, there was a man who was charged with ethnic intimidation for going to a 7-Eleven in Troy and assaulting a man behind the counter on the presumption that he was Muslim. So we have the dual security concern, not just of some ISIS or some maybe wannabes coming to Muslims, but also the concern about backlash because of the horrendous attacks that ISIS have been doing, and particularly what those two individuals just did in Garland, Texas.
Now, Mr. Walid, how does this make you feel when you find yourself caught between these cultures?
It's really challenging. I mean, we live in an era, especially in post 9/11 America, where we've seen an increasement of Islamophobic attacks, not just rhetorically, but even physically against Muslims. Our mosques have been on alert. There have been threats here and even desecrations of our mosque here. And at the same time, then we have to worry about some nutcases that are, halfway across the world, who could potentially do something to American citizens in general, but it could even target American citizens who are Muslim. So it's a very difficult time for our community right now.
Before you go, how can the Muslim community come together to spot suspicious activity and keep things safe in the community?
Well, it's very difficult because these ISIS people are predominantly operating online and on the Twitter sphere and on Facebook. We don't really see people in our mosques or in the community espousing any type of violent rhetoric against fellow Muslims or against the United States government. So it's really difficult, but I would say that if anyone spots anyone online that is making some type of radical comments, that those should be reported to the proper law enforcement authorities.
See it and report it.
Yeah.
Dawud Walid, the Executive Director of the Council on American Islamic Relations here in Dearborn, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.